Amel. Thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome.
I literally feel like I'm at home.
Oh, I'm so happy. Do you know that really means the world to me because, hello, I specifically dressed in pink for you.
Honestly, I've checked out this podcast and I love it. It's fun.
Oh,
you've had some of my favorite artists as well.
I?
Rick Ross was probably my favorite episode.
Boy. Really? He's hilarious.
He's so funny. And I feel like it's nice because we get to chill out and have brunch.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's about being unique and being different and being yourself. That's exactly what I am on this show. It's pure vibes.
So when I came in, you mentioned you've been trying to get me here. Why?
I mean, first of all, I've been trying to organise an interview with you for a while. You're a very busy lady, Cuppy. Cuppy's travelling, jetting around the world.
Yes.
You're busy.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining me.
I have to tell you, this is one of my first stops in London, so you are up there.
Oh, bless you. And I literally, brownie points because I got the pink on.
100%. It is protocol.
So obviously you got a pink penthouse.
Yes.
So this is definitely the right vibes.
100%. You're just missing my dogs, my two babies.
I wouldn't mind some doggies.
I know.
So
maybe they'll be your next guests.
Listen, I had dogs on the show once.
Did
once upon a time, about 2 years ago before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And they was like barking. It was hilarious.
It's like, so how do you feel?
Yeah, it was Jordan from Love Island.
Oh, really?
It was from like one of the old series. And she said, can I bring my Charles to set? I was like, yeah, babe.
I love that for
That's
her.
the thing with this show. It's like not like rules and stuff. It's just like chilling, having a vibe.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them and they would definitely take over our brunch. So we shall miss them and love them from a distance.
Oh, so cute. So, Cuppy, tell me, so what have you been up to? Where did you just travel in from?
Yeah, it's been really interesting. It feels good to be back in London.
Yeah.
So I've kind of relocated to Dubai. I'm engaged and my fiance lives in Dubai, and so it's been a really nice kind of like break. I'm a Londoner by heart, but like I just left Oxford University.
Yeah.
I just left a radio breakfast show. And it was really exhausting. So I feel like I needed that break.
Yeah.
And so I have conveniently returned to London as the sun is coming out.
I know, you brought the sun with you, girl.
The sun with me.
It's like we're in mini Dubai.
So I'm just so excited because I love like London in the summer. It is.
Yeah, it's banging, isn't it?
It's like everything looks different.
Yeah. I can't believe you've moved to Dubai.
Yeah.
Is this like new news?
Yeah,
or like
new.
is it out there?
Well, it's out. Well,
Really?
I mean, to be honest, I haven't really chatted to anyone about it. So I got engaged in November.
Yes.
After 2 days.
Wow. 2 days.
We'll get into that.
I need to break this down.
I know.
Girl.
But I got engaged in November and then so the 2 days thing comes to play because it was so quick, you get to know the person after.
Yeah.
So I was like, so where do you live? Fiance, he was like, in Dubai.
I mean,
I was like, oh. So then I've been back and forth. Of course, I have my dogs here.
Yeah.
And I have the pink penthouse. So London is very dear to my heart. But I've been balancing. But I've also traveled. I've been traveling for work. And I've been discovering a lot of different places. Like I went to Oman, which was amazing.
I want to go there. I've never been
Muscat
there.
is so beautiful.
Is it really nice?
It's so amazing. And like just discovering some of the other Gulf countries as well.
I'm so happy for you. So would you say like meeting Ryan is like your real first love? Like how's it?
Oh no, he's definitely not my first love.
First like seconds?
No.
Sorry, Ryan.
No, it's okay because I think that's what love is. You try and you fail and you try again and you fail and you try again and you fail. And but I knew Ryan was the one because him and I clicked on a different level.
Yeah.
I mean platonically as well. I've always felt like you should be with your best friend.
Absolutely. I agree with that, Yeah. It's about that before anything else.
100%.
Yeah.
So like, I've dated in the past where I'm like, oh my heart and oh my gosh, And with Ryan, it was just like, this is my person. Like, we laughed together. We were inseparable, highs, lows.
Yeah.
And you need that. Someone that loves the great things and not so great things about you.
I love that. So is there like any like marriage on the cards or anything?
I mean,
like that?
we're engaged. So
like, when's the wedding?
I have no idea. I think, most importantly, my parents and his parents have met. We're from very different cultures.
Good.
Ryan's from Birmingham. I'm from Lagos.
How's that working? Like, has your dad, your mum met him? What's the thing with him?
I mean, it's all fantastic. So everyone got together for my graduation at Oxford.
I've seen it.
It was very strategic because like everyone had to behave.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. But obviously, the wedding will be interesting because have you seen what Nigerian weddings are like?
I have. Yeah. No, definitely.
They're pretty wild.
Eccentric. Yeah. It's
That's
like
good. It's a whole.
We like fun. We don't like boring.
Definitely, but it's So I'm gonna see how I feel and figure it out. And also, like I said, because we got engaged after 48 hours. We're still.
I can't believe.
We're still getting to know each other.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Now we're dating.
This is crazy. So tell me, would the wedding be pink?
Like, so in Nigeria, we have something called a trad, and you have something called Ashe. So my trad would probably be pink. But I will not have a pink wedding dress.
Oh my! I was gonna say I'm waiting for this.
I probably wouldn't have pink hair for my wedding. I feel like so everyone knows me as Cuppy, but there's another side. There's a Florence.
Yes.
So for my graduation, I decided to have black hair. I'm trying now. I'm 30. I'm trying to make sure that I'm separating myself from my brand a little bit. Because that's one of the things that's really important. I remember after I turned 30, I woke up, I was just like, okay, so like, who am I outside of Cuppy? Because I spent so many years building a brand. And that's why I also like living in Dubai. And I love living with my fiance because I get to be like myself. And I don't always love having pink around me. That's the truth.
Do you like any of the colours?
To be honest, I really like purple.
I like purple as well. I know. You just like anything bright.
No, well, I like anything bright. I like pastels as well. So like,
cute.
I love like Tiffany blue and stuff. But obviously, my brand identity is pink. And the reason it's pink is because when I first started DJing as a female DJ, which is so male dominated, I decided to overemphasize, sort of being feminine, but using pink as a strength, not as a. 100%. For example, your pink. This is a neon. This is
powerful.
It's a powerful. Right? So I'm kind of trying to stop that narrative of pink being, sort of unassuming, weak, soft. There's a
like girly. Before, pink used to be a girly color, but now.
And also, it's important, guys, as well. Anyone can rock pink. It's an amazing color.
So I wanted to touch on. You just mentioned something actually really important about you're a DJ, you're a brand, and you're a female DJ in a male-dominated space. How is that for you?
It sucks.
Even for me as a presenter, I can completely relate.
It's difficult. I think it's really interesting. Sort of, it is getting better, if I'm honest. When I first started DJing over 10 years ago, I remember I was in the UK, I was Nigerian. So there's sort of like, I felt like back then there was definitely, sort of the idea of gender working against me. So being a woman, then there's being a young woman, then there's being a young black woman. And those obstacles I ended up using as my superpower. So when we look at, for example, where African music is now, I was always ahead of that and I was always authentic. And also now young people get more of a voice. But I remember getting a gig was so hard in the beginning. It was sort of like my first gigs in the West End were at like 10 p.m. when they were still cleaning the club.
Oh my God.
But also that's why I'm so passionate. And I believe so much in building. I believe in working your way up. And that's something very important to me. Obviously, I'm from Nigeria and my brand is very active there. But I found in Nigeria, like I had kind of, in all humility, I had smashed all my goals there. I had done the biggest shows. So then coming to the UK is something that is really important to me because it's the challenge of breaking a market, and I love it.
You killed it here, though.
Well,
I feel like you're everywhere. Well, in a good way. Like, for sure.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface.
No, you're killing it. Trust me. I think you've done really
I'm excited. There's festival season coming up.
I love festival season.
But also, I'm really ambitious. So, and also doing an Oxford degree at the same time was not easy, as well as having a breakfast show on radio.
Talk to me about that. How was that for you?
It was pretty much hell.
Really? Serious?
Yeah, because Monday to Friday I was in school, and then on the weekend I would run to London and I would present a show from 7 to 11 live. And so this is where I feel like I started getting a little bit lost. I just didn't have time for myself. And it's kind of like, I believe in just kind of like, I believe in affirmations and creating opportunities for yourself. I really do.
100%.
I remember feeling like,
that's what I do.
I remember feeling like, okay, I'm gonna get into this cycle. One of the things I really wanted to do is I definitely wanted to find a partner because I felt like I was lonely.
Yeah.
And so, but also I was going to say...
You had doggies.
I had my dogs, but like, it's not quite the same.
Yeah, your best.
I'd kind of like run to them and they would just look at me like, feed me. It wasn't quite the same. But it was one of those things where I believe in being proactive to create opportunities. So it's like, I wanted to go to Oxford. I went. I wanted to have a radio show. I went. I wanted to start a jewelry line. Whatever I wanted to do, I always
on it, like a boss woman. And that's why I was like, because I'm all about independent boss women. And, I'm independent myself. And I've had to create opportunities for myself as well, and that's how it works these days. And that's what I love about you.
Thank you. Well, independence is so important, but I always also like to be honest. So I come from a really entrepreneurial family. And in Nigeria, I struggled with having my own identity. And what is really important is for people to realize that most certainly I had so many opportunities and doors open for me, but it's kind of like it's getting in those doors and doing what you do so well that the doors stay open. And also I purposely chose to create my own name. I wasn't born as Cuppy. It's something I chose for myself. And very often, in certain environments, I feel like I can't get away from my family shadow, especially back home in Nigeria. And that's what I love, again, about the UK. You've got to be good at what you do. You've got to be someone that delivers. And coming here was and is still a challenge. And, I always pray that my work speaks for itself. I push in every way.
So tell me, how did you start the brand Cuppy? Take me back to that.
That's a great question. Well, I wanted to DJ. And I, first of all, the love for DJing came from partying. I used to party.
I used to do a lot of partying.
I can't lie. I had a bit of fake ID.
I have fake ID as well.
Don't have fake ID, guys. Very nice.
No more.
And but I fell in love. It's not even I fell in love with the positive side of nightlife. The idea of being able to forget how all your troubles and dance the night away. I loved the idea of the DJ having so much power to take you on a journey. And I was that weirdo in the club that just didn't want to talk to anyone. I was just there like, yes. And, the lights come on and it's like, why is it over? So I became obsessed with the power of music. And that really led me to fall in love with it so much that I thought, you know what, this could be something I do for a living. Always lived by find a job you love, never work a day in your life. So I was like,
100%.
I can love what I do and get paid for it. This is amazing. And so the brand everyone used to call me Cupcake because I love
it. Bake. That's why I got pink cupcakes for you, by the way.
Love that. Amazing. And so, I was kind of like DJ Cupcake. So I begged all my friends. I was like, please, can I DJ for your party? And I was so bad. I mean, at 16, I was awful. But I remember I got my first paid gig, I think, at like 19. Wow. It was £50. And
I gotta start somewhere.
It was like 5 hours. And do you want to laugh? They actually gave me like 45 because they said they didn't make enough at the door. Which was hilarious. But, it's one of those things where it's just gone from strength to strength. One of the things I learned as well, and this is why I think it's so important people learn backwards. I decided as well that I wanted to understand the business of music, not just be in front. So for 2 years, I worked at Rock Nation.
I was going to ask you about that. Tell me about that's really interesting.
Yeah, so I got an internship at Rock Nation, Jay-Z's company, and I was an assistant for so many artists. I helped them come up with their African sort of programming. And, it was so interesting to be behind the scenes and learn and understand the different aspects of music. And that is what made me realize I need to build a brand that even if I don't DJ ever again, I have some sort of positioning. And that's when I realized it's important. And it's great because I DJ less and I get to do, other things as well. And I still think there's so much pink juice to squeeze from my brand.
That's so sick. Was you in LA doing that? Was that LA?
No, New York.
Oh, was it New York?
For 2 years. I lived in New York.
That's interesting because I used to work behind the scenes too on like TV shows and stuff and festivals. So it's always good, I think, when you learn the backside of things,
to
see what actually goes into
100%.
It helps, doesn't it?
It helps. And I feel like a lot of artists don't do it because it's not glamorous.
Nope.
You know,
Not glamorous
I was making coffees, I was, you know, doing the checkboard, you know, and you sit in on a lot of meetings and you learn so much. But I think that, you know, you have to be able to kind of put your pride aside and learn. That's always been me.
100%. So I was going to ask you about your pink penthouse. The next pink party, am I invited to?
100%. I mean, we've been trying to plan I want to do a pink party in Dubai.
Oh my God, that would be
amazing.
Is Ryan's house pink? Have you turned it pink?
No, I'm so sad. So Ryan is the opposite of me. He's pretty like monochrome. Everything is black and white.
Yeah.
And what my fiance does, my fiance's a BMXer.
Yeah, I know, I see.
Which is, again, very different.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to convince him to get me a pink bicycle.
I love it. So you guys will go doing some bike tricks together?
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Pink bike, pink helmet.
You might even be better than
I mean,
him.
to be fair, he's very good at music. He's a great DJ.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually been putting me onto some stuff. He's a lot cooler than me, if I'm honest.
I'm so excited for you. You found someone that you really love, and you guys are so cute together. I've seen your pickies. I had a little look, of course.
No, it's amazing, and we've come to we've come to London a few times.
Yeah.
He came for my grad. I came for his boxing match. And you know, it's nice to do stuff, and I hope he'll come to London for the summer.
Yeah. I literally, because I had no idea he was based in. I thought you guys were all.
Yeah. I mean, we're so active. Like, a lot of people still think I live in Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah, I was a bit unsure. Like, do you live in Nigeria?
I know, it's kind of cool.
Here?
People have no idea because but it just shows how active I am.
You're mysterious.
I'm mysterious.
Yeah, mysterious.
But yeah, it's really interesting because that's another thing. Like. And that's the importance of separating your real life from your sort of brand and your social media life. I like to think I'm so damn good at my job that, you know, I actually have a lot of free time, and I've been living in Dubai, living in a desert with my fiance, and no one really knows.
Yeah, but it's good because people think these days with Instagram, everything's about literally showing everything on Instagram.
I really want people to understand that social media is what, you know, very much, I think, people choose to show.
Yeah.
And it's
your
interesting.
Portfolio of work, and that's how it should be.
I mean, what are your thoughts, Amel? I'd love to know. A lot of people said to me that when you post your relationships on social media, they don't last as long. What do you think?
Ooh, that's a really good question, because I have actually heard that before. Now, I'm single. Fortunately, I haven't got a boyfriend. I don't know who the lucky fella might be one day.
Maybe you'll get engaged after 2 days. Hey, if you know, you know.
I'll be DMing you, Cuppy. I don't know what you did to me.
I told you.
So basically,
have you put a relationship out before?
Okay, so no, I've never put a relationship out. Even like private kind of, I mean, like, I'm not in a relationship now, but I've had like someone I've been dating in the past privately.
And you never put it out?
Never put it out. Never put it out because I'm very private. So I'd rather just post my work, my events, my work, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
But I also... I'm not judgmental to people like
that
yourself.
Do that.
No, because I think everyone's different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So I had a public relationship like sort of like 6 years before Ryan, and then I mean, I think, you know, Ryan is, I mean, he's my fiance. He's actually part of my life now, and he is like, you know, he's a massive portion of it. And actually, you know, I think it's a way of, it can go either way. It's a way of also like celebrating someone you love. It's always difficult. I've dated someone before who didn't let me post them, and that was like very odd.
Really?
You know, he was
I would have been annoyed about.
So even if I didn't want to, he was kind of like, don't show me, and I thought that was.
I would have been like, listen, you're so lucky that you're even going to be featured on my show, featured on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me,
I think a lot of like women. I think it's quite a London thing where like a lot of guys are like, don't show me. But I think it's a balance. But this sounds really crazy. But my idea behind it as well is like, it kind of makes you a little bit accountable. So, for example, like, you know, especially if everyone publicly knows you're with someone, you know, it's always on the forefront of your mind. It should be regardless.
Yeah.
But, like, okay, you know, if I get any dodgy DMs, you know, it's very clearly there that I'm taken. And I think another thing is as well, you know, on the days that you're not feeling so good about the person, which happens is like...
What do you do? Archive?
I'm like, no. I take a little flick like, oh,
like a day.
Maybe we're not so bad. You know,
That's so cute.
It's just human stuff.
I think life's too short. So I feel like with that subject, it should just be whatever the person wishes. I hate all this judgmental stuff.
I'm very against the whole follow on follow. Like, if I ever had
that's very political.
If I ever had an issue with someone or, you know, even my partner, I wouldn't, like... How can you unfollow? For me, social media doesn't actually mean that much.
It doesn't.
So unfollowing you is so petty.
It is like, it's become such a big thing these days that people take it to heart. Can
I just say, shout out to the people that are actually also checking your follow list, like, constantly. Like, that's really sad.
Have you actually had anyone message you being like, why have you unfollowed me?
All the time.
Really?
I can't even lie. Wow. I put it on my management.
Yeah.
Which isn't true. God forgive me.
I've done that before. Yeah, but I can't remember actually unfollowing.
You know why? No, but do you know why? If I ever unfollowed someone, it's because maybe they are their content. This sounds so mean, but like their content might be really annoying. Maybe for example, like I have a friend, and this is public knowledge. I have a friend I unfollowed.
Yeah.
His name is Kid Wire, and I can say his name because
show.
Yeah, so
I know.
I talked about it on my Channel 4 show. Because he was just too ostentatious. He would show off too much, and he was throwing money from balconies.
It was too fake kind of thing.
Well, it wasn't fake. That's his real life. But I don't want to go, see a bunch of like holistic quotes and then just see someone like in, sunglasses during the nighttime like I am. Yeah. But anyway,
girl,
just throwing money
on my show, by the way.
this is also part of my outfit.
No, I love it.
Also, you can actually see my eyes. I just felt like looking, cool.
You look great.
I'm really not that cool, but basically, I just got tired of I want a positive timeline.
Yeah.
Fair?
Exactly. And that's the way it should be.
So, I want positivity, and I might unfollow someone because they don't post enough. Sounds weird, but
honestly, half the time, I actually don't even think I mean to unfollow people. Like they...
Oh, I do.
I'm like... I love your honesty.
Yeah,
listen, if you want to follow somebody, you're allowed to unfollow somebody.
The older I'm getting, the more honest I am.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, babes, talk to me about the Cuppy Foundation.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
I know.
Well, so this is, even though it's a Cuppy Foundation, this is a Florence side of me. So,
yes, because that's what actually I want to go into, because there's more than just Cuppy, the brand, the DJ.
Yeah, so this is something that I'm weaving into my work, but I've always felt, especially from my privileged background, like, unto whom much is given, much is expected. And I think about how everything I've been able to achieve, someone's helped me. Whether it's Rock Nation accepting me for my internship, whether it's you having me on your show to tell my story. Yeah. So how can I leave behind something that opens doors and leaves them open? So the Cuppy Foundation was really interesting because, first of all, when I said I wanted to get 3 degrees, everyone thought I was crazy. They were like, it's going to affect you in entertainment. Wow. Because when I'm in school... Well, yeah, because it's very crazy. When I'm in school, it takes up a lot of time. Yeah. That's less time in the studio, less time playing, less time content creating, whatever. So, fabulous. I wanted to... Yeah, exactly. I wanted to make sure that... I believe in education so much. So any ounce of confidence I have is from education. So, being linked to education was something that I felt like, being from Nigeria, what is making young Nigerian women not become Cuppies? What is making them think that they can't achieve their dreams? They can't be DJs if they want. And it's education. It's fear of not knowing what there is to be known. So I went into a partnership with Save the Children, and we went into a very, very 10-year partnership to, first of all, do education for young girls. Wow. But this is where charity and philanthropy are different. Charity sort of giving, philanthropy is engagement. So going into the programs, I realized, oh my gosh, it's not just about education. Yeah. It's about so much more. Primary healthcare. I went to a program with a bunch of educational tools, books, computers, and then I realized the kids were actually too malnourished to read. Yeah. When you see a malnourished child, you don't give them a book, you give them food, you give them clean water. So my whole programming changed, and I always love to tell the story because it's not just about giving, it's giving what people need.
Yes.
I can't tell you, hey, I gave you this is it.
Yes.
You've got to give something that will help and also like fill a void for someone. So my whole programming changed, and I worked with Save the Children. I have a stabilization center up north in Nigeria.
Wow.
Which helps over 70,000 children daily. And one of the things that I've been able to do is now sort of weave it more into my own everyday experience. So going to Oxford University and having quite a hard time, I realized that as an African student, I did African studies, which is sort of African politics. And I wrote a thesis on Nigeria. And, one person from my class didn't graduate, not because they weren't smart enough or they didn't complete their studies, because they didn't have the resources to pay rent. So getting into Oxford is a prestigious thing, but imagine not being able to stay in Oxford because of resources. So, the Cuppy Oxford Fund is really all about providing resources outside of academia. So
amazing.
Everything else students need, from feeding to accommodation to even just creating a social community. When I graduated, I feel like
I love this.
my fan base graduated with me because I was so honest about how hard it was.
Good for you,
man. And so that's what I'm doing, and I'm really excited, and I hope to do more. And I really, really hope that, being in Oxford as well as an environment for any African student is challenging. And I'm lucky enough to have lived here.
Yeah.
You have people coming straight from the continent into the cold.
Yeah.
Into what is a bit like a sort
Oxford.
of sometimes a boys' club. And so sometimes you can feel very excluded. And so the idea is that with AFOX, which is the Africa Oxford Initiative, we're kind of narrowing that gap a little bit.
Yeah. That's amazing. You seem like such a really cool, down-to-earth person. Do you know once, I don't know if you remember this, but correct me if I'm wrong, I was at an event, Live Nation, and I'm sure Neo was there.
Oh, yeah.
Alicia Dixon was there.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was there.
I was probably
I was
there.
in orange, babes. I did not like
what
my
was
outfit.
Do you remember what I was wearing?
Pink. I don't remember what you was wearing. Maybe pink. But it was so busy. But it was at that time I was like, I want to get... I had just interviewed Neo, and I was like, I want to get Cuppy on the show, but it's just I was in the event.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, do you remember that event? You were there, wasn't you?
I remember, yeah. I remember seeing you speaking to Neo, for sure. I remember that. I remember.
I love this snow. This is hilarious.
It's funny how, so we've probably been in the same room so many
times, probably.
And here I am at your table.
Girl, so what's coming up next? You're such a busy lady, girl.
No, well, I'm excited. It feels like I'm back to work.
Yes.
So, back to me and Ryan. Like,
yes, I want to.
Honeymoon is kind of over.
Yeah. I know that feeling, actually. I'm not dating now, but the first few months are like rosy.
Yeah.
Rosy.
No. I mean, it's more than rosy. You're like, you're breathing a different air. You're just like, so basically, I think like in March, I like woke up in Dubai in Ryan's villa in the desert, and I was like, okay, cool, over it. Like, because I had just been chilling out for ages. Bear in mind, Ryan's doing his thing. He started his own company.
Yeah.
He's active. So I was like, okay, cool, over it. Like, done with being like, sit at home. And so I'm excited. I've been in the studio working. I haven't put out music in 3 years.
I was gonna say, because I loved your song with Stoneboy.
Karma.
I know this is like taking it back ages ago, but I know that song.
Do you know what? I love that song too.
Is a proper party. I was listening to it the other day.
Yeah, it's so good. So like so you're talking about my first album. Original Copy was my first album. I had Stoneboy. I had Darko and the Spanks. I had Wyclef on the album.
Yeah.
So that's 3 years ago, and so I'm ready to make more music.
So is there going to be another album?
I cannot do that. Not that I don't want to say no, but I'm super honest. Like, so I love that album, but it's so stressful, and artists know what it's like. Doing a body of work is really hard. So I'm gonna get back with singles first. Yeah, I have one that is so good. Yeah. So I'm really excited to put that out this summer.
I'm excited to hear it.
I've been working on it, and hopefully more. Like, I think my music will reflect how I'm feeling, which is very positive.
I love music,
and not, I think, again, getting engaged after such a short time just reminded me how I really, as a person, I just take each day as it comes, and I'm a passion-led person. I kind of put heart over head sometimes, and that's okay. So I want my music to reflect having a good time, living for the moment, and and just really being positive. Like, in a world that is so confusing and so many bad things happening, when we have that bit of serotonin happiness, we need to like stretch it out.
Life is too short. You have to enjoy yourself, isn't it?
Life is too short. You have to enjoy yourself, and you also have to do what you want to do. If you want to unfollow that person, unfollow them.
Listen, I don't understand why it's such a political thing. Like,
people take it, like if people unfollow me, I genuinely, I don't know, maybe because I have over 9 million followers, I genuinely don't care.
I'm just
busy. Like, oh, really?
You're too busy. Like,
no, I don't. And also, it's okay because guess what?
Yeah.
I have people, you know, probably quite well-known people that I talk to on the phone, and they don't follow me, and that's okay.
And that's the same. That's actually the same with me with some people as well.
Yeah, I'd rather have a chat with you than have you follow me.
Like, and some people, you have them on WhatsApp, and that's more personal.
Of course it is.
Instagram.
Because now you can do WhatsApp status.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
WhatsApp status.
Someone called me on the phone on Instagram. Like I didn't know you could like video call and stuff.
It's a bit much though, isn't
and then
it?
there's like a
video calls.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel old because now I can't keep up with like, you know, do you know what my favorite platform is? Twitter.
Twitter.
I'm probably okay, because Twitter, I feel closer to my fan base.
Yeah.
And like I say so much random stuff. Like I get to like just engage and
like viral tweets and then like
I mean, I don't mean for them to be viral, but people seem to take
on what you say.
I mean, but I like Twitter a lot, and I feel like you know, like I don't people. Yeah, I used to go live a lot. I should go live soon.
You should. I haven't gone live for so long.
Remember when it was like a thing? And also, I'll unfollow people that go live every day. Like that drives me crazy.
That's too much.
I don't.
Winds me because it goes straight to the top of
or when they're live and you just see like their like feet. It's like there's just no need.
Yeah.
But again, you know, social media is exciting sometimes because there's so many cool tools and there's probably apps we don't even know about being developed. Like everyone's talking about AI. I have no idea. Artificial intelligence.
What does that do?
Oh my God. You need to look into that.
Oh,
but that is a whole nother world. Next time I come, I'll be a pro.
God,
but there's so much to discover. But I love learning. And like that's something that I think your viewers should take from me. You can never, ever stop learning.
You're unstoppable. Like you do so many different... I don't stop too, but like you're doing... And it's amazing. Like,
but sometimes it's too much. So you've got to kind of streamline. So for example, this year I've decided like, I'm gonna really work on my foundation and I want to work on music. Yeah, you know,
I love that.
We all go through phases. Last year I was more on tour. I was doing radio.
Yeah,
you know, I'm kind of like I find this literally sounds crazy, but I have too many talents.
Yeah,
it's actually a problem.
Do you know
that comes across as really cocky, but
doesn't.
Basically, like it's annoying. So I have to like streamline. So like right now, I'm trying to turn off like my Oxford brain and get back to my music brain.
You're a smart girl. That's why you're able to do so many different things.
Yeah,
some people can only do one or two things.
But if you're really good at those one or two things, I remember when I told my dad I wanted to be a DJ, and he was like, "If you're gonna be a really good DJ, then do it. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. Yeah. Anything you want to do, like if you know, I'm gonna say to my kids, if you want to be a grape grower, just be the best grape grower there is, or anything. You know, just be the best at what you do. Because it's overwhelming doing so many things.
Yeah, 100%. I was gonna ask you, what do you think of like the UK culture? You're taking over it.
Barely. Well, I have a question to throw back. What is the UK culture?
Well,
UK culture. Ask you, what is that? Because my perspective is different. I'm from Nigeria, born in Nigeria. I came here when I was 16.
So that's what I'm gonna say, because you're in the best of both worlds. Yeah. This is something I wanted to talk to you about, because I'm just in this world.
So, well, are you from the UK?
I'm from Cardiff. Okay. So I'm not from London.
Where's your Welsh accent?
I don't know. What happened to it? I mean, the Londoners, like,
I love Cardiff.
Guys. Do you love Cardiff?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you did Cuppy tour?
So I'm one of those people. I've been to like the most random places in the UK. I love the UK.
So you like Cardiff? No, the UK is good. I like Manchester. Manchester's really nice. You don't like it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's fun.
Well, I mean, I have bad experiences with football there. And footballers.
But I went to a concert 24 hours in Manchester.
Really? I like Manchester as well, but I like Scotland and Wales a lot.
I've been to Scotland as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not actually from here, but for me, I've come from like a small place, Cardiff small, to London.
Yeah.
And, like, not now. Like, I've been here for a few, like,
well,
years.
London, for me, culture-wise, so London, from my perspective, is a place that is constantly evolving. And London is super multicultural. And London is also very, very harsh.
Yeah.
In the sense of...
It is.
So
100.
London will accept or very quickly reject something.
Yeah.
Whether that be music, fashion, any... form of creativity, which is why it's great. If you do well in London, then I think you can do well anywhere.
I agree with you, because I hear things like from some of my American guests and international guests, like Americans and international, so friendly.
Yeah,
and
London
so
is harsh.
giving,
Like, you know, London is a hard case to crack. It's and that's why I'm so obsessed with this market, because I love a challenge.
Yeah.
So culture wise, I find that now, you know, now it's weird. I don't know. It's hard because, for example, I came into this market with Nigerian music, and I remember being told in the West End not to play Nigerian music, and that was many years ago. And now they're like, only Nigerian music.
How popular,
and so it's... Sometimes I question the authenticity of the culture scene because it's so delayed.
Yeah.
And then...
We are behind here, 100%.
Yeah, and we sometimes I feel like sometimes there are certain, you know, maybe culture tastemakers that have to certi something for it to go through. And so something could be really cool, but it's sort of like, it's almost like when it's underground, once it's not underground, what is it? What do we say when something's not underground anymore, apart from commercial? Overground. When something is commercial, pop culture, and is popular, it kind of isn't as authentic. And that's what I found personally with, you know, remember, like, music-wise, we've seen sort of like the phases, right? Afro swing, and then, now people want to hear Afro beats. Amapiano, which is actually South African.
Yeah.
You know, and then we've got drill, and things kind of come in waves, R&B, and it's really confusing because it's very much, maybe sometimes the forefront of these movements aren't the actual, you know, creators, and that's annoying. You know, I've struggled because I really want to make an Amapiano record, but
You should.
I should.
That'd be a vibe,
but I'm not South African, and I want to make sure I pay homage to the creators.
You can do what you want. Like, I'll even jump on the track
So I should do it. So, okay, cool. I mean, I had a little joke with my A&R. I was like, maybe I should do a drill. Should I do a drill record?
You should do it.
Do you think I could get away with it?
Listen, in life, you can do anything. I was even asked really randomly from someone in the music industry, would I jump on a track? And I was like, whoa, like, I'm not a singer, guys. Like,
but this is what I'm saying. I do not have the best voice ever, and this is the thing. I know, but this is what I'm saying about authenticity. Like, it's hard because, you know, there is a game to be played, but also it's important to play the game and be strategic, because it is what it is, right?
I'm excited for this track, though. I feel like it's going to be the summer banger.
No, it's going to be amazing, and
when are you doing it?
I mean, it's very soon.
My birthday in June,
it'll be out by June, but right now, and I'll give you the excuses, I'm just trying to figure out and decide which features to have. So, okay, cool, you can advise me. If I was to have, who are 2 UK artists that you think I should have jump on my record?
Girl or boy?
Both, so one girl, one boy.
Don't mind genre.
Anything,
Lady Lisha.
Okay.
For the girl.
Love her.
For the guy.
Okay.
Wait, I need to think about the guy. Maybe... Okay, wait, I need to think hard about the guy. I'm not sure, you know.
I love all types of music.
Millions?
Oh, Millions. Yeah, he's from Birmingham.
He's from Birmingham.
Yeah.
I used to Millions.
I have Millions. Yeah, he's cool.
Maybe Millions.
But that's two Birmingham people on the track.
Oh yeah, we don't want two Birmingham, do we?
No, we gotta spread it out.
You can't. Okay, Bree Runway.
Yes,
she's lit as well.
Massive fan of hers. Massive fan of hers.
Another guy. I'm trying to think of another guy. Rapper. Central C.
He's great. He's great. He was in Dubai. I also love I love someone called Clavish. Do you know him?
He's like a new artist.
He's a new
I've
artist.
seen him.
I really like Clavish.
There's someone called Meeks as well. But
Meeks,
they're all from Birmingham, aren't they?
They're all from Birmingham. Meeks was in my fiance's party at 3:30.
No way, because he's blown up, you know. Meeks, but he's not.
I think it'll be cool. And then imagine that, and then I throw an Afrobeat artist, like mash it up.
Oh, so you got a studio in your penthouse?
I have like a mobile one, but
like a mobile one. So
I also go to the studio.
Your music? How does it
Well, you know what? First of all, recording music for me is like effort. So I have to go to a studio. I'm still traumatized from my first album, but I think
it was
so hard work. I mean, but I love recording mostly in Nigeria. I have a full studio there.
Wow.
And I work with the producer I know. But you know what? These days you can literally make music anywhere. I've worked with artists that like lie down while they make music.
I've seen artists. Honestly, like even when I went to Jamaica, they had like microphone thing here, and I was like, what
really, the big studio setup is sort of post-production. But you can, so that's why, it's so funny. During concerts and stuff, you'll see people going around. You never know when you're going to get that verse, like, anytime.
So how often do you travel with your DJing?
Oh my gosh, all the time. Constantly. Less though, because I get, now I get more exhausted. And then also, I'm not chasing it like before.
Yeah.
I'm finding my peace. And, also, I feel like, I probably charge quite a bit for DJing.
Good. So you've been doing it for 10 years.
I've been doing it for a long time. So I like to pick my gigs.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so lovely, Cuppy.
Thank you so much.
It's so nice to have you today. I feel like you're exactly how I imagined you to be.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
I knew you'd be pure vibes.
Oh.
Obviously, we've seen each other from afar at the party, but that's like ages ago.
Amazing.
I was like, wait, I'm sure.
No, but when I have my next pink party, you will be there.
I'm coming, girl, with my pink. I even was gonna wear baby pink. Then I was like, no, I got it wrong.
Oh,
it's not baby pink.
Levels to
it's
pink.
fuchsia.
No, also pink will change. Outside it looked different.
Yes.
It was more fuchsia.
Exactly.
Now it's complementing. But I think it's amazing what you're doing. And from one woman to another, it's phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I know it's not easy and it's hard.
I'm self-made. Yes, it's not easy whatsoever, but I'm grateful for people like yourself and Rick Ross and Sean Paul that all backing me and really supporting what I'm doing.
It's so important, and I think the best thing is also quite often, and I want your viewers to remember this, we don't give ourselves pats on the back. So
yeah. Oh, you as well, baby girl. Sorry,
thank you.
I hit you like hurt you in your back.
But it's important. You've done so well. And
Thank you.
Well, I mean, you asked me my plans. What are your plans?
My plans, going to be filming more episodes. Hopefully going to LA and Miami to film as well.
Okay, well, we're going to be expecting some exciting talent.
I'm going abroad. Everyone knows Amel's not going abroad to sit down on her butt. I can't help myself. I'm a bit like you, like, no. I can't just go on a holiday. No. It has to be a holiday mixed with a link up with me and my link ups. I'm the link up. I have to link up with. Of course, I have to. I'm a go-getter. Yeah. Like, I came to London from Cardiff.
Have you ever been to Lagos before?
No, but I really want to go.
Have you been anywhere in Africa?
I've got Nigerian friends. So, well, my dad is North African.
Okay,
so
what country?
Algeria.
Okay.
So I'm half Algerian and my mum's from Cardiff. Nice. So I'm mixed. So I'm North African.
Well, you have to go to Algeria.
I really need to go everywhere,
Tunisia, Morocco, all the North Africa.
Tunisia's beautiful. Algeria's beautiful, but Tunisia's more of like the tourist spot. Yeah. And Algeria's more, it's not really like promoted like as a tourist spot, but when I say Algeria, everyone's like, yeah, I know it, but it's not like in the media, is it? Yeah, no. But I definitely need to go to Lagos.
Maybe the love of your life is in Algeria or Nigeria.
Don't say that, babe. So I want me to wear my pink dress.
Well, listen, I think that you're doing great.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're gonna go even more places.
Oh, bless you. And you need to keep killing it. I'll be watching you on the gram and waiting for my invitation to your wedding. Wedding at Pink Penthouse.
I know, right? The whole shebang.
So, Cuppy, I got you sweet chili crisps.
I know. You
got
me
popcorn.
So much. So pink. Now we can actually dive into all this.
So, do you wanna have a little nibble?
Of course.
And some orange juice.
Cheers.
Cheers, babe.